Online scams are often explained as simple deception. Someone lies, someone believes them, money is lost. But this explanation is too shallow. Modern online scams do not only deceive people, they construct believable worlds. They steal names, they steal faces, they steal videos, they imitate voices. They copy humor, biography, style, and emotional tone. Then they place those signals inside platforms where follower counts, comments, shares, and direct messages begin to look like legitimacy. The scammer does not need to be the real person. The scammer only needs to reproduce enough signals of that person for the false identity to become socially believable. This is what the Philosophical Intelligence Institute calls an identity signal scam. An identity signal scam occurs when a false actor uses stolen or fabricated identity signals to become credible enough to trigger trust, emotional attachment, financial transfer, or personal disclosure. This is why these scams are so powerful. They are not only attacks on money, they are attacks on classification. A victim may classify a fake profile as a real person, a fake romantic exchange as a genuine relationship, a fake investment contact as a legitimate opportunity, a fake family emergency as an urgent moral obligation, a fake creator account as the authentic person. Once the issue is classified wrongly, everything downstream becomes distorted. Trust becomes misplaced emotion, becomes captured correction, becomes difficult. Family warnings may be rejected, banks may be treated as obstacles, the real person may even be accused of being fake. This is the deeper danger. The fake identity can sometimes accumulate enough platform legitimacy that the authentic person appears less credible than the scam account. PII calls this epistemic inversion. Epistemic inversion occurs when false representation outranks authentic identity in public perception. This can happen because platforms often confuse visibility with credibility. A profile has followers, it has comments, it has photos, it has videos, it replies warmly, it seems present, it seems personal. But none of these signals prove identity. They only create the appearance of legitimacy. This is where the Legitimacy Signal Model matters. Scams work by manufacturing the signs people use to decide what is real, trustworthy, and socially confirmed. The sequence often looks like this. First, representation is captured. A scammer steals images, names, videos, voices, or biographical details. Second, legitimacy is constructed. The fake profile gathers followers, posts content, replies to comments, and creates social proof. Third, the victim misclassifies the interaction. The fake account is treated as real. Fourth, emotional lock-in begins. The scammer uses romance, loneliness, urgency, shame, secrecy, or rescue narratives. Fifth, the interaction moves to private channels, direct messages, WhatsApp, Telegram, email, payment apps, crypto platforms, or gift cards. Sixth, extraction begins. Money, identity, documents, personal details, compromising material, or financial access may be requested. Seventh, correction becomes difficult by the time family, friends, platforms, banks, or the real person intervene. The victim may already be emotionally committed to the false reality. This is why victims should not be mocked. Scams do not merely exploit stupidity, they exploit human needs. Loneliness, trust, hope, fear, grief, aging, romantic, longing, financial insecurity, and the basic human desire to believe that someone sees us, values us, or needs us. A serious response must begin with dignity. The question is not simply, how could someone fall for this? The better question is, what architecture made the false relationship believable enough to override correction? And now artificial intelligence is accelerating the problem. AI can generate messages, clone voices, create images, produce fake video, translate scripts, personalize manipulation, and scale impersonation across thousands of accounts. This connects to the Rucker-Virilio equation. When signal production exceeds verification capacity, governance becomes reactive. It begins to look like legitimacy. That is why this is not only a consumer awareness problem, it is a governance problem.
Platforms need stronger identity protections. Banks and payment systems need better intervention points. Families need better ways to communicate without shaming victims. Law enforcement needs cross-border capacity, and citizens need a better understanding of how false legitimacy is constructed. The Philosophical Intelligence Institute frames this through the Issue Ontology Matrix. Before a problem can be governed, it must be correctly classified. If we classify scams only as isolated fraud events, we will keep responding too late.
If we classify scams only as isolated fraud events, we will keep responding too late. If we classify them as identity signal governance failures, we can see the full architecture. Identity capture, platform legitimacy, emotional lock-in, financial extraction, verification delay, and distributed harm. The central insight is simple. Online scams succeed when false identity becomes socially admissible before truth can intervene. The task of governance is to close that gap. PII, a discipline, not a trend, a framework, not an opinion. Frameworks turn complexity into admissible decisions.